Imagine if the card readers were to transmit results and we had that kind of crisis. I mean, look at what happened in Kenya with the result transmission. So yes, it is a good thing. It is something we can aspire to get to, because look, we can't outsource our capacity to manage our processes to machines. We have to get the basics right, and then we can move forward.
I'm amazed. I'm really amazed at your answers, and I'll tell you why. Because some of us, you inclusive, you have seen how elections are done. So I'm thinking in other places. So I'm thinking that you are going to tell us, let's take a template from this country A, country B, a system whereby some people even go with their children to vote. You're standing with your family or your relatives, not even knowing that they're casting their ballot. What is wrong in us doing all of that if we can easily work into some places, make withdrawals from your bank, or sit in the comfort of your home or your office, so even in your car, and also do some banking transaction? Can't we streamline some of these things when it comes to electronic voting?
Yes, we can. And that's the point I'm making. It's an ideal we should aspire to. But in the current reality we face, I don't think we should.
But aspiration starts from a point.
It's a valid aspiration. And I think as a country, if we give ourselves a target, we can get there. But what I'm saying is that let us not run faster than we can. Let us try to put the basics in place. Because all of these things we're talking about is to help us have a credible election. But there are other foundational issues we need to deal with. We talked about the professionalism of INEC. If you don't have professionals working in INEC, if you don't have dedicated Nigerians working in INEC, if you still have a dysfunctional institution that operates like a backward civil service office, these things will not work. So we need to get the house in order and build on solid foundation and build on an institution that endures. So it's good aspiration, but I don't think we're there yet.
But the thing is, I mean, INEC had, for the 2015 elections, a budget of 75 billion. And this money is, I mean, we spend a lot of money to conduct our elections in this country, far much more than many agencies. And so, if you're talking about where do we then go from here? How do we improve on what we had the last time? What will your suggestions be if you don't want electronic, if you say we're not ripe for electronic voting?
But we are trying to narrow the reform of elections in Nigeria to just electronic voting. That assumption, I think, is to be a fallacy of a single narrative. That wouldn't work. The point of the matter is this. You've mentioned that we're spending so much money in conducting an election. I think we can do better than that. And I'm hoping that the next election wouldn't be as expensive as this, because we don't have to go procuring card readers and all of that. We now have them. The question we've not even asked ourselves, how are we going to be sure that in 2019, these card readers are going to function effectively without going bad? Something as simple as storage and maintenance should be in our plan.
So, what are we supposed to improve upon from the last elections?
Like I said again, we can improve on logistics if we can partner with people. We can improve on the legal framework. We can improve on the attitude of the politicians. We can improve on voter education. We shouldn't wait for elections to do voter education. Voter education should start from now. Civic education should start from now. We can improve in the management of political parties. We can improve in internal democracy of political parties. Because INEC is not the be-all and end-all of election. They are just one of the stakeholders. We can improve on security. Every other stakeholder, political parties, citizens, civil society, business community, should be able to do their part. And we make it easy for INEC. Now we've had people who have committed electoral offenses. For instance, the issue of accountability in election. It's been a major problem. Are we going to wait for INEC to prosecute? Can't the states look at what could be state crimes that were committed during elections and begin to take that up? Can the Minister of Justice take that up? Can the police take that up, take up investigation? These are all the various pieces that need to come together and make it easy for INEC to function and be effective. All right. We've had cases of people bribing during the election. What is EFCC doing about this? What is ICPC doing about this? So my point is, election is a teamwork. INEC is just one piece of the puzzle. If the others don't come together, INEC will never function effectively.
Thank you very much indeed, Jude Ilo, Country Officer and Head, Nigeria Office, Open Society Initiative for West Africa.
Thank you.
We'll be back after the break. We'll have more perspective on this same matter. Don't go away.